Resident Evil 9 DLC might actually be happening. Not one expansion, two. And if the rumors are true, we're getting them in late 2026, with one focused entirely on Leon, Kennedy tracking down Chris Redfield, and the other potentially setting up the entire story for Resident Evil 10. Let's break down everything we know. Resident Evil 9 is already being called one of the best games in the franchise. The reception has been overwhelmingly positive. Sales are strong, and Capcom knows it. So a DLC expansion? It's not just possible, it's practically guaranteed. Here's why. Capcom has released DLC for almost every major Resident Evil game since RE6. Resident Evil 7 got Not A, Hero, and End of Zoe. Village got Shadows of Rose. Even the remakes received bonus content. Based on that pattern alone, it would be shocking if RE9 didn't get any expansions. And according to insider Dusk Golem, post-launch content has already been discussed internally at Capcom. At the end of Resident Evil 9, a mysterious character named Alpha delivers a message to Leon. And that message? It's from Chris Redfield. Now here's the thing, Chris is involved in RE9's story, but he's never directly present. He's pulling strings from behind the scenes, and Leon has no idea where he is or what he's planning. That's the perfect setup for DLC. Imagine this. The first DLC follows Leon as he tracks down Chris, trying to uncover what he's been investigating and what bigger threat is starting to emerge. But it's not just about finding Chris. There's also Zeno. Zeno is rumored to be a clone of Albert Wesker, and if that's true, the implications are massive. Wesker has always been one of the most iconic villains in Resident Evil history. A clone carrying on his legacy? That opens the door for a much larger story. So the first DLC could focus on Leon and Chris working together, investigating this new Wesker-related threat and uncovering what Alpha's message really means. But the rumors don't stop there. A second DLC is reportedly in development, and this one might be even more important. According to speculation, the second expansion could focus directly on Albert Wesker, or at least the legacy surrounding him. And instead of being a side story, this DLC might actually set up Resident Evil 10. If that's the case, it would act as a bridge between the two games, similar to how previous RE expansions expanded the larger narrative. And if RE10 focuses on the Wesker storyline, there's a very good chance Chris Redfield becomes the main protagonist again. Because when it comes to Wesker, Chris has always been the one most connected to that conflict. Leon, on the other hand, after everything he's been through, Raccoon City, the infection in RE9, decades of Bioterra missions, it wouldn't be surprising if Capcom gave him a smaller role moving forward. Maybe he finally gets to rest. But there's one character we haven't talked about yet. Ada Wong. Right now, we have no idea what Ada is doing during the events of Resident Evil 9. She's always been the mysterious wildcard, appearing at key moments, working in the shadows, always with her own agenda. So it's very possible one of these DLCs could reveal Ada's involvement. What has she been doing behind the scenes? Does she have a connection to the Wesker clone storyline? After all, she's always been linked to secret organizations, bioweapons, and covert missions. Bringing her back into the story could make the DLC even more exciting. And honestly, an Ada-focused mission would be perfect DLC material. Now, it's important to remember, nothing has been officially confirmed by Capcom yet. All of this is still speculation and insider rumors. But when you look at the history of Resident Evil DLC, the insider information from Dusk Golem, and the way RE9's story ends with loose threads and unanswered questions, it definitely feels like Capcom is setting up something bigger. And if we really do get 2 DLC expansions in late 2026, it could expand the story in a massive way and start building the path toward Resident Evil 10. So here's my question for you. Do you think Resident Evil 9 will get DLC? And if it does, would you rather see a Leon-focused mission tracking down Chris? A story about Wesker's clone? Or maybe something involving Ada Wong? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest Resident Evil news, rumors, and updates, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.